It's March and I'm doing the most to put a little bit of green in my outfit, so you must know what that means. I'm not drunk. What are you talking about? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. You're probably gonna unsubscribe after this. Today I'm going to be giving you a little lesson on the history of St. Patrick's Day. Just to clarify, St. Patrick wasn't actually a saint. He was never even canonized by Rome. In the year 405, a 16-year-old Patrick was captured and forced to live a life of slavery for about 6 years. Being in the pagan country of Ireland meant that Patrick had paganism violently thrust upon him. Only then did Patrick finally cling to the religion that he had previously neglected. That Fall Out Boy line makes a lot more sense now. Patrick spent most of his 6 years praying for a miraculous escape, and God must have been listening because he miraculously escaped. He fled to the coast and made it back to his home country. Once back home, he spent nearly 30 years at a monastery before realizing that his true life calling was to convert pagans to Christianity. This is around the time he adopted the name Patrick. His birth name was Maewyn Susat, and I'm probably butchering that very terribly. After being appointed the title of bishop, Patrick was on his way back to Ireland. Much to the displeasure of the Celtic Druids who had him thrown in jail many times, Patrick had a lot of success, and just like he did from slavery, every time he was imprisoned, he escaped. Dumb luck or the divine, we may never know. Patrick traveled through Ireland, leaving in his wake churches, monasteries, and schools. He even went back to pay his ransom to his former slave master. Records say that even though Patrick had been treated like a dog during his time as a slave, he held no grudge against his master. As he was approaching his former master's homestead, he found it in flames. He thought that it would be better to just throw himself and all of his possessions into the flames rather than be subdued by his former slave. According to history, he even said his pride could not take the thought of being vanquished by his former slave. So just torture yourself and all your possessions. Logical. Now let's get into some of the lore surrounding Patrick. Some say that he raised people from the dead. Others say that he drove all the snakes out of Ireland, even though there is no historical record that says that there were snakes in Ireland at the time. There are theories that snakes could have been the pagans, and converting them to Christianity would be like the equivalent of driving them out, so like driving out the snakes. Do you get it? I think you get it. Green wasn't even the first color associated with St. Patrick's Day. In fact, it was blue. I assume that it has something to do with Ireland being so affiliated with the color green, we just kind of adapted into green instead of blue. I don't know. Patrick carried out his divine duties for 30 years before finally retiring and dying on March 17th, 461? 461. 80. Can't believe I remember that date. St. Patrick's Day was originally a Catholic holiday, but it's now also celebrated secularly. Secular meaning non-Catholic, non-Christian, non-pagan, even atheists, ironically, celebrate it. Today, when you think of St. Patrick's Day, what do you think of? Is it a little leprechaun with a big hat, wearing all green and covered in four-leaf clovers? I bet it is, and not a man who spent over 30 years of his life devoted to converting pagans to Christianity. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little history lesson, and I hope to do more in the future, maybe Easter, who knows. The possibilities are endless. I will find something. If you would like to see more videos like this, please leave a like and a comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!